This is Revelation chapter 18, verse 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire.
So you ain't gonna see it coming, even though we done already told you. You know, you got eyes to see, ears to hear, but you can't even see and notice the measure of the time that we in. Even though all the seeds and everything is just evident what's going on. Go ahead.
For strong is the Lord power who judgeth her, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning.
So all the other nations that came here, you know, that ate the bread with the so-called whore, you know, they're gonna be like, they're gonna see, you know, because America is a merchant city. You know, they're going to look at, matter of fact, can you grab Ezekiel 19, I believe? Yeah, Ezekiel chapter 19. Yeah, but America is a merchant city. And, you know, this is where, you know, everybody come, you know, lay down with the whore. You know, and the whore is the one that's going to get burnt, her whole body's going to get burnt with fucking fire. Ezekiel 19.
You want to start at verse 1?
That's 19. Try 17 of us, 17. I believe that's...
Talking about the great eagle.
Yeah.
This is Ezekiel chapter 17, verse 1. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, put forth a riddle and speak a parable unto the house of Israel. And say, thus saith the Lord power, a great eagle with great wings, long-winged, full of feathers, which are diverse colors, came unto Lebanon and took the highest branch of the cedar.
So who would that eagle be associated with? That's your so-called white man. That's their symbol everywhere you go.
American white man. He cropped off the top of his young twigs and carried it into a land of traffic. He set it in a city.
A land of traffic is basically America. The city of traffic is basically America. Like when they say like traffic, like going back and forth, you know they call that traffic because you got to get your license plates, you got to get your tags. You know that's money going back and down and forth. You know, so this is a merchant place.
That's all he got.
He set it in a city of merchants. He took also of the seed of the land and planted it in a fruitful field. He placed it by great waters and set it as a willow tree. And it grew and became a spreading vine of low stature, which branches turned towards him, and the roots thereof were under him. So it became a vine and brought forth branches and shot forth sprigs. There was also another great eagle with great wings and many feathers, and behold, his vine did bend her roots towards him, and shot forth her branches towards him, that he might water it by the fervor.
Yeah, keep going.
That he might water it by the furrows of her plantation. It was planted in a good soil by great water, and it might bring forth branches, and that it might bear fruit. So
we over here basically in Babylon over here. You know, we're basically just like how in Egypt, when we went to Egypt, you know, we went to Egypt, a small nation, and we became a big nation in Egypt. Go ahead.
That it might be a goodly vine. Say thou, thus said the Lord power, shall it prosper? Shall he not pull up the roots thereof and cut off the fruit thereof, that it wither? It shall wither in all the leaves of her spring, even without great power or many people to pluck it up by the roots thereof. Yea, behold, being planted, shall it prosper? shall it not utterly wither when the east wind toucheth it? It shall wither in the furrows where it grew.
So basically in the scriptures, men are equated as being trees, you know, and the tree of Lebanon over here specifically, right? Oh, cedar tree. I think at first it talks about crop of Lebanon, if I'm not mistaken, at the beginning. Oh, okay, come. But we're basically, that's talking about specifically, you got different type of trees. You know, so basically all these trees are going to be destroyed. You know, they're going to be killed. You know, again, over here in Babylon, we're not going to, this is not the place where we're going to, you know, grow and be a nation. And then the Most High is going to say, you know what, now I'm going to plant you here in America. The Most High is going to destroy this place, save who he is, you know. He talks about the harvest is fully ripe, you know, and, you know, he separated the wheat from the tares, you know, and the tares, you know, they were cast to the fire, you know, so they're going to be burnt up, you know. So the Most High is not, you know, it's not going to, you know, America's not going to be prosperous. Read a little bit more.
Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, say now to the rebellious house, know ye not what these things mean? Tell them, behold, the king of Babylon is come to Jerusalem, and have taken the king thereof, and the princes thereof, and led them with him to Babylon.
So they basically kidnapped them, just like how you got the so-called white man who kidnapped us, you know. So going into Jerusalem, Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. So they went and got us, you know, from the west coast of Africa, and they took us from the land of Ham, and they brought us over here to America, which is Babylon.
And to us that was over here in America already before the devil came and brought us to Spain and to Europe, back over to the Eastern Hemisphere. And have taken of the king's seed and made a covenant with him, and have taken an oath of him. He have also taken the mighty of the land, that the kingdom might be base, that it might not lift itself up, but that by keeping of his covenant it might stand. But he rebelled against him and sending his ambassadors into Egypt, that they might give him horses and much people. Shall he prosper? Shall he escape that doing such things?
So are they going to be able to make America great again? No. Is America going to be, you know, one time, you know, that last hoorah, and America comes back, you know, and it becomes a great empire again? Go ahead.
Or shall he break the covenant and be delivered? As I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, surely in the place where the king dwelleth, that made him king, whose oath he despised, and whose covenant he brake, even with him in the midst of Babylon, he shall die.
So America, basically, it's 100% certainty that America is going to, you know, go down. You know, so this is a place that you can actually look and see, you know, that America's going down. You see the dollar fucking falling by the moment. You know, you see other nations gearing up their weapons, you know, making bright their glittering swords. You know, you see all these nations, they getting ready for war. And you got America, you know, they're trying to put sanctions and trying to tell people that, oh, you can't have nuclear weapons, or we don't want you having nuclear weapons. But what about you fucking having nuclear fucking weapons? So you don't want other people having nuclear weapons, but you want to be the only person on the block. They fucking invaded a country, Iraq, on the premises that they had weapons of mass destruction. Come to find out they didn't have any. And that's crazy. I'm surprised Esau didn't lie and just say that, yeah, they had them. You know, I guess it was so much of a lie, they couldn't even fucking lie and hide and say that they didn't have it. You know, so America is a country that constantly, you know, doing evil and wickedness, and the Most High is basically prophesying against it.
Well, the Moabites, they think it pass America. They talk about 2030, they gonna be the ones in power. I was watching the brother, what channel is that? GMS Watchmen. Them damn groups over there, they talking about how they gonna take over America. Every nation sees the downfall of America, man. Everybody knows it's through for this place. Only people who don't know it's through is you niggas.
Well, the scripture says, "I've heard the pride of Moab," and you know that's pride right there. They think that they
think they're the next rulers.
they getting rid of the U.S. dollar, you know, which already ain't shit. And here's the thing, here's how stupid fucking the Moabites are. It's because so-called Babylon owes them a lot of the debt goes to China. So you think you're gonna get that money back?
Nope.
You ain't getting shit back. And then China basically they made a statement that, you know, we don't want our money in U.S. dollars because you just can print them at your own will. You know, U.S. Mint say, you know, hey, print up like $300 million so we can pay China real quick. You know, they don't want that, you know, because that would make, you know, it would be worth even less. Because the more of a currency, how frequent it is, the less value it is. That's why paper currency ain't worth shit, you know, because it can be made. You can print it out. You can't.
It can be man-made.
Exactly, and this is why, like I was saying, another sit-down, gold is so valuable. It's because you just can't, you know, just go in the lab and ask the U.S. Mint, like, well, print some gold. You know, gold is actually something that's made out of the earth.
Yes,
you know,
gold is Yahweh made.
right. So you can't inflate the economy with a whole bunch of gold, and then all of a sudden, now my gold ain't worth shit because they printed up a lot of gold. You know, gold is a finite supply of it. You know, and so that's why gold is so precious. You know, and that's why the fucking dollar is so fucking worth nothing.
Because you'll get it.